Greetings once again, mages. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Fairy Tale The 100 Years Quest, where previously Natsu was defeated by Duke Boroboro and Athena taken down by her counterpart, Athena 2, with Urza, Jalal, Gray, Lucy, Rogue, and Froth all confronting the two remaining members of Gold Owl. Athena 2 is shown to make quick work of them, unleashing the powers of fire, wind, and shadow, almost the perfect engine of destruction. Meanwhile, the members of Sabretooth, after a very convoluted series of events, have potentially met the one person who might be able to create the Philosopher's Stone for them, to take down the Gold Dragon God, the alchemist Irozala. What'll happen next? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, Fairy Tale The 100 Years Quest, Chapter 148, Lightning Bomb. Sai's not coming back, is he? Or is this simply because, Natsu's out of his flame ability, but he still has lightning? A very cool shot of Natsu and Laxus, too. Mashima doesn't always really get to play around with lighting too often. Right, after the merging of the father and son, which I don't even know how to process that, the father and son alchemists, into a young-looking girl dressed in alchemist and owl-like garb, she cheerfully tells the members of Sabretooth, "Welcome to the Irozala workshop, Pawn." Oh god. At first Sting is stunned, silent, and then in a panic he says, No. He then freaks out saying, "Why two old dudes turn into a girl?" $1 million question there. Lecter panics as well, saying, "Sting, this must be a granddaughter, yes?" Irozala says, "Oh gosh, I'm just Iru and Zalama's alchemy combined form. Pawn. Ew." I was kind of hoping that this was just their true form or something like this, but ew. Yukino cheerfully says, "Family sure is great." It stinks as that ain't the point. I'm struggling to see the point too. It's like Mashima just wanted to bring out this design or something. I kinda hate it. I kinda hate it if that's the explanation. I liked my idea better that it was like Irozala separated herself to hide the Philosopher's Stone or something. Then again, this is such a Mashima thing to do. I don't even know how to really feel about it. Minerva says, "Your form does not matter to me." Well, Irozala just taps her head, going tee-hee, Pawn. Ugh. And Minerva, without missing a beat, dead serious, says, "But you can truly create the Philosopher's Stone, yes?" Irozala cheerfully says, "Is the greatest secret technique of alchemy, Pawn. I can't make any promises, Pawn." Sting then angrily shouts, "But we really need you to make it." Irozala then gets serious for a moment, questioning what for, Pawn. Minerva explains, "There is a dragon that has taken residence in a guild as a concept." That explanation still, what? We require it to give that dragon a physical body. Irozala listens, then perks up, saying, "Well, if you don't separate the concept from the guild first, you won't be able to make it take on a physical form, even with the Philosopher's Stone, Paul. You have to separate it." Oh god. Again, more rules. Sting realizes and says, "So, you know all about it." Lecter adds, "Athena-kun said that as well." Irozala then questions, "And do you have a way to separate them, Pawn?" Oh, alright. Yeah, now we knew this, that's right. It was explained that's why they needed Wendy. As Yukino explains, Wendy summons separation enchantment. Minerva then adds, "However, her power has been stolen. Duke must be defeated for it to be returned." God, then just this picture of Duke Boroboro captured Wendy, Boroboro, and Sting says, "We're counting on you, Natsu-san." And then you see Natsu defeated, bloody on the ground, twitching. Oh, but then Natsu gets up, and it's not just Natsu. Lucy calls out to him as everyone starts to get up. And as Natsu begins to rise to his feet, he notices all of his friends down. And he says, "Huh? What are you all doing here?" Athena 2 and Boroboro look on in silence as Natsu turns to them with a smile, saying, "Stay out of my way. That's my prey." I'm getting nice and fired up. Okay, let's see what you pull out of your butt, Natsu. Boroboro takes on a stern face as he says, "You're a poor loser. You are no match for Athena 2, little brat." And Natsu just defiantly says, "I'm just getting started." Boroboro smiles, saying, "Don't bother. We've already taken your Dragon Slayer magic." With Grace saying, "What?" Dude, Athena 2 was busting out the fire moves. What do you think happened? As Boroboro says, you can't use fire magic anymore. And Natsu just smiles saying, you only took my fire magic? You really screwed up. As electricity begins to emanate from his fist. Like, yeah. Like, it's one of the few occasions where I'm just like, right, Natsu actually kind of learned Lightning Dragon Slayer magic because of Laxus. I forget that sometimes. It's like, oh, right, I didn't even think of that. As Ursa realizes, says, don't tell me. Boroboro freaks out, going, what? Rogue notes, lightning. As Frost starts to freak out, saying, bzz, bzz. Electricity begins to crackle off of Natsu's body. As he says, I have the power I got from Laxus on Fairy Tail's sacred ground. A glowing lightning bolt mark appears on Natsu's right eye, in a similar manner to Laxus's scar. As he says, I've never used it on its own before, but I bet I can make it work. I actually kind of like this. As Natsu goes into Lightning Dragon mode. Oh, that's kind of badass. I don't know why I didn't even think about that. It's like, yeah, Natsu has lightning powers. He's had it for a while now. Boroboro then commands, Athena 2! She says yes as she races forward, but is met by Athena, who clashes with her once again. Athena 2 calls out, you, while Athena says, I won't let you get in the way. Meanwhile, Natsu rears back and flies forward, unleashing Lightning Dragon's Sword Edge as he slams into Boroboro with all his strength. Boroboro cries out in pain as Natsu says, I hear you're long dead. Athena's 1 and 2 look on as Natsu gets ready for another attack. Boroboro scrambles to keep his balance as Natsu questions, wait, you're not even really Duke, right? Who are you? As Duke in a panic shouts, I am the voice of Vernus. And Natsu, with a malevolent smile, charges electricity into his fist, ready to strike, saying, talk to me yourself. I'll hear you out. And before the impact, Boroboro panics, saying, where did you get this power? Right as Natsu cold clocks him right in the face with Lightning Dragon's Iron Punch. This is kind of badass. Now, why he couldn't do this with his Fire Dragon magic, I really don't know. But still, at least here it's more that Duke was so caught off guard. It's just like, wait, you know more than one ability? You know other types of magic? And Natsu just rushed his ass. Like, caught you slipping. And as Natsu just utterly electrifies his ass, Athena 2 is in shock, calling out to Duke. And suddenly, Rogue begins to glow, and he looks at his body saying, my power. And when he says, it's back, as she awakens, still strapped to the wall. Yeah, because the whiteout ability was used from Duke. So is it that Duke is defeated, or was his concentration just disrupted? Do you have to maintain concentration to keep the power from going back to the original host of that ability? See, now this isn't a bad way to go. Because it's just like I said before, it's something we've seen that Natsu could do. We've just never seen him use it separate from his fire ability. He always used it as a boost. But to purely just use the one ability, rush in, doesn't miss a beat, he just starts going in with the attacks, takes the villain completely off guard. It's actually, I don't hate that. Unlike a lot of the other battles where it's just like, okay, I don't feel like you should have been given the chance to win. This one, I'm at least a little bit more willing to accept. Although I kind of assumed that they'd have to take down both Boroboro and Athena 2 around the same time or something in order to get the abilities back. I didn't think it was just going to be, bam, Boroboro got a lightning shot and that was it. Though I will admit, Gold Owl initially had a very intimidating presence, just because their abilities were just so broken. But now, it's just the way we got around so much of it. It still just doesn't sit right with me. And if this is all it really took to take Boroboro out, it's like, I'm a little shaky on it. It's just the fact of Natsu using the Lightning Dragon Slayer techniques is like the pure thing that still just kind of makes me go, huh, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Because it's not like Gajeel doesn't just use shadow abilities, it's just that we always see him, again, in conjunction with his iron ability. Just never thought of him just using the one. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. And until the next one, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you later. Till then, bye-bye.